Hello, YouTube family. Auntie is here, Patty Jackson, and we've got lots and lots of scoop and girls. I'm your auntie of pop culture. We're going to start this off with a hug, so come on in. Woo! Need that hug. Today, the NAACP Image Awards were announced. The 54th Annual NAACP Image Awards are going to air Saturday, February 25th on BET. Now, if the Oscars and the Golden Globes and the SAG Awards and the Critics' Choice Awards and every other award show didn't want to recognize or show Will Smith any love, they are showing him love here at the NAACP Image Awards. Will Smith nominated for Best Acting, Emancipation, nominated as a movie, nominated for Best Ensemble. NAACP Image Awards. Emancipation, by the way, it is streaming now on Apple TV Plus. And before the incident happened with the slap, they really thought that Will Smith would win back-to-back Oscars. And a lot of people want to turn him away and act like the movie doesn't exist. Not that NAACP Image Awards, they are showing Will Smith some love. And I think he's going to win. Just show everybody else. Y'all don't want to recognize him and show him no love. I really do. I could be wrong. But there's some notables in this. Beyonce, Kendrick Lamar leading for music. The movies, TV shows leading include Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Abbott Elementary, Blackish, The Woman King. Now somebody is saying Blackish, but they went off for the last season. I know. My biggest gripe with the NAACP Image Awards, like the same shows that win all the time, right? I don't think that's going to be the case this year. I think we're entering into the era of Abbott Elementary. For the first time in a long time, Entertainer of the Year, it is all women. Angela Bassett, Mary J. Blige, Quinta Brunson, Viola Davis, Zendaya. This the year of Queen Ramonda. I think it's going to be Angela Bassett. I think she's going to be nominated for an Academy Award. No, I don't have some kind of inside scoop. It's just the gut and the appreciation and celebration of an Angela Bassett. One of my favorite shows, P-Valley. Child, I love Uncle Clifford, A Little Murder. Never thought that I would just like a show. It's about the strippers and the pole, and these girls are so incredible. It's like... P-Valley, nominated for drama series. It airs on Stars. I don't know if it'll win, but they're getting shined a light, and people are paying attention to P-Valley because whatever you may think about strippers on the poles and all that good stuff, it's a very good drama. It really is. Some scenes are a little like, I love the show. Method Man, y'all know I got a little crush on Clifford. When he's not rapping, he's acting. He's been nominated for the Sanaa Lathan directed movie The Come Up and for his work on Power. So 2 nominations for Method Man. Of course, The Best Man got all kind of nominations, and I'm looking for that to win, even though some of the votes may be split because it's such an ensemble cast. But look for The Best Man to walk away with awards too. It airs February 25th. We don't know who's hosting. You know, last year they told us at the last second that it was Anthony Anderson because it was always Anthony Anderson. Will they get someone new? That's going to be the question. Wouldn't it be something if they got Regina Hall? She has like a really quirky sense, but we're going to see. I'm going to let you know and who's going to be performing and everything as we lead up to February 25th, airing on BET, the NAACP Image Awards. This may be the end of the Rachel Ray Show. The Rachel Ray cooking lifestyle show has been on for 17 seasons. And even though the people of Rachel Ray say, no, that's not going to happen, the ratings have not been great. And people are already saying that this will probably be the last season of the show. I can't follow her recipes because there's too much going on. It's You know, some cooking shows you're like, I'm gonna try that, and then others it's like it's too much going on. I tried to buy her line of stuff. The damn pan started burning. Like it literally, I bought like a saucepan. That thing burned up so fast, I throw it away. Like it literally, you put it on and that, no. So that did not work out. I did get my Tabitha Brown stuff. I got a cutting board that is gorgeous. I got a mug that my son took. I was looking at him like, that's my mug? My mug. I said, you don't even know who Tabitha Brown is. Give me my mug. She's got garlic spreads, and there was some kind of cheese sauce. I bought a bunch of stuff. I bought a new pot holder for my hand, but Tabitha Brown has a new line in Target. The show Grownish has been renewed for a 6th season on Freeform. House Party 2023. I normally don't like remakes. LeBron James is behind this one, and this movie, it looks funny. Lil Wayne, Snoop Dogg, all these guest appearances. It looks really funny. How many of us go back to Martin Lawrence and Kid and Play, all in the original? Tish Campbell in the original House Party. Remember Robin Harris, rest in peace. Bill Bellamy, I know, is playing the role that Robin Harris made famous. But House Party 2023, LeBron is producing it. It looks funny and it hits theaters, which means most likely it will be on streaming really, really soon. Idris Elba. We know that he's fine. But did you know he was a foodie and that he liked to cook? Idris Elba is currently developing a cooking show based on his family's heritage and culture, and he's teaming up with his personal chef, and there are a lot of African foods. Disney Plus, Netflix, and Paramount Plus are all battling it out. Who is going to get this show? Idris, of course, has the Luther series, which is coming to Netflix in March. It looks a little scary, but they're all battling out who's going to cook, who's going to get the Idris Elba cooking show, because he's going to be in the kitchen and cooking. We already know he DJs because he's on Coachella. Someone had asked me, they said, why is Idris on Coachella? I said, because when he's not acting, he's DJing. He's Big Driss. I think it was by Big Driss or something like that, but he's a DJ. He's doing Coachella. Him and his wife are on the digital cover of Ebony magazine, and they're looking beyond fabulous. But Idris has a lot of stuff going on. But who's going to get this cooking show? Roberta Flack, one of the greatest singers ever. An American Masters PBS documentary is coming Tuesday, January 24th. It's going to air on PBS. Her fabulous career, the songs, her duets with Donny Hathaway, the great songs, Killing Me Softly, which it's one of those songs, it'll send chills down your spine. It's the way she sings it. It's that way for The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face, which when I was younger, I was like, this song is so damn sad. But then, growing in my maturity with music, I understood the way she sung it and what it meant. It was from the Clint Eastwood movie, Play Misty for Me, about Wade. He was a DJ who was being stalked by this crazy woman. Now, this is the beginning of my radio career, and I was like, a DJ being stalked? But Roberta Flack sang this great song. Her voice is amazing. She's dealing with, I think, a form of Parkinson's disease. Her health is not there, and it's left her unable to speak. I think it's one of those music lessons. If you don't know about Roberta Flack, the documentary is going to teach you a lot. We also lost one of the greatest guitar players in the world. You know, talk about greatness. Thank God Roberta's still living. Jeff Beck, 78, died from bacterial meningitis. And I've always said, when the greats come out, to pay homage. Jeff Beck was amazing. He's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice. He was in it for that group, the Yardbirds, but they kicked him out. And in his acceptance speech, Jeff Beck said, F him. They kicked me out the group. Then I'm put in again for a solo effort. But he worked very closely with a lot of the greats, including Stevie Wonder. But Jeff Beck, one of the greatest, one of his last projects was with actor Johnny Depp. They went on the road touring together. But Jeff Beck, one of the greatest guitar players in the world. Dr. Dre is selling his music catalog. It's amazing. He's selling it for $200 million. Here's a man who made all that money on the Beats headphones. Now he is selling his music catalog for $200 million. Tyler Perry's next project is really interesting. 688 is a World War II drama. It's about, and this is a story that a lot of people are just finding out about. It's about the only black female women battalion group in World War II. 855 women, African American women, didn't know what they were going to be doing in the war, but what they did, there were millions and millions and millions of pieces of mail, and they wanted to make sure that the soldiers could get their correspondent to their loved ones back in the States or abroad or wherever their family was. 17 million Americans were connected with their families via this service. You know, these women, they didn't know what they were signing up for, but they played a very instrumental part in World War II. Kerry Washington is not only starring in this, she's the executive producer and working along Tyler Perry. Oprah Winfrey's going to be in it. Susan Sarandon is going to be in it. But it is a story that has not been told. And this is probably the final project that Tyler Perry is doing for Netflix. But he is bringing this story, 688. And as I get more information, I'll be bringing it along. Shirley Ralph, Abbott Elementary star. You cannot cancel the legends. She did a lot of talking on that red carpet because Cheryl got something to say. And she had said that, you know, so many cultures, they want our nose, they want our butts, they want our lips. And she said people buying these Kardashian lips and they're spending all this money. Well, she called a lot of flack. But what we love about Cheryl, she said, I said what I said. Good night. The legends don't stand for that. You may scare other people with that. We're going to cancel you. Not Shirley Ralph, you won't, who's currently gracing the new issue of Harper's Bazaar with Quinta Brunson. They are definitely making the rounds. And if you're a fan of Grownish, 6th season coming up on Freeform. Before I get out of here, I do a podcast, Patty and the Millennials. I've been podcasting about 8 years. I'm the baby boomer, and I have conversation with millennials, Gen X, men and women. In Philadelphia, got a major mayoral race going, and we got 1,000 people running for mayor. I asked them, and we talked about what is the platform that you would run if you were running for mayor, particularly of a big city where crime is a problem, dirt to trash, the cities are dirty. It's a problem. Obviously drugs and poverty, and you just think of things and what can you do, because when you run for a political office like this, it's not easy. You're not going to be perfect, and it's a lot of stress. I don't know who would want to have this kind of job because it's too much stress. It really is. It's like, I don't want to deal with this. But there's a lot that goes into it, and we just talked about what are the things that a city needs. I think one thing to get people to stop littering. I can't stand it when I see people litter. Have pride in where you live in your neighborhood. Just like having pride in your home. you have pride in your home, you're not going to sit around and have it be a dirty mess because you have too much pride of where you live. And if you love your neighborhoods and want to take care of your neighborhoods, maybe you wouldn't have so much littering and this, it would just be a mess. Or maybe people want to say, I respect my neighborhood, so we're not going to have this here. We live in very different times, and Philly ain't the only city plagued by the gun violence, because it is out of control. It really is. It's like, what do you do to stem the tide? Is it jealousy? Do people realize that when you pick up a gun, the lives you ruin from the person you either shot, you've ruined your life? It's a big mess. And we talk about it in podcasts. And I know people say, you shouldn't talk about politics. I know people get mad when I get on here and I talk about politics. And I said, well, sometimes I'm going to talk about it. Find us on SoundCloud and Spotify and Pandora and iHeartRadio Podcast and Apple Podcasts. It really is a great conversation. We don't keep you long, but the minds that I have gathered together to have this conversation, sometimes you got to have the tough conversations, and we talk politics. So check us out, the podcast Patty and the Millennials. It's not cute not knowing, and now you know. Thanks for joining me. Subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. And of course, leave a comment, because Auntie would love to hear from you. Thanks for joining me. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture.